In this video, I'm going to show you how to apply your facing to either your jacket or your button-down shirt. What the facing is a thin piece of fabric that has interfacing attached to it, and it goes down the side, around the neck, and usually around the other side where you have buttons and clasps and stuff like that. Once it gets folded under, it adds support to your garment and gives it a really clean finish. So I'm going to show you how to get started on that. So here I have my pattern pieces for this facing. This is the front facing, and I need 2 cut out of the fabric, 2 cut out of interfacing. And this is the back facing, which is this piece right here, which is normally placed on a fold. So that's how you get the one long arc. And I need 1 of those because it's going to go around the neck, and then 1 of the interfacing. So what you see, let me take these out of the way. What you see here, this is the interfacing, and it's already been attached to my fabric pieces. So I'm just laying it out so you can see the general shape of how we're going to attach it. You're going to match your notches from each side, and this is the shoulder of the garment. So now we're going to pin this side to this side and this side to this side. So we're going to give you a little bit closer look at that. So here are my pieces again. So I'm going to go ahead and take these pieces and pin them together. Now if your notches up here are way off, then you probably have this piece backwards. Like maybe you have it like this. And if it doesn't match, you're like, okay, I'm doing it on the wrong side. So you just flip it to the other side and match it. And if the notches are pretty much in the same area, then you have it right. That's what the notches are for, kind of help you line things up. So you want to match the notches, you want to match the ends. Basically what we're going to be doing is stitching a seam straight across here. Once we have the seam, we're going to iron our seam open, and we're going to do that on this side as well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish pinning up the side and then move on to the next side, and then we're going to go to the sewing machine. Okay, so I've pinned at both my shoulder seams, and I'm going to go ahead and put this at the 5/8 inch seam allowance, which is normal unless your pattern directions indicate otherwise, which means that from the needle to the edge of your fabric is 5/8 of an inch. So I'm going to put it in my guide, put the needle down, do a couple of back stitches here, and then go front. And you're just doing a regular length stitch, normal settings, regular straight seam. And it's not very long, so it shouldn't take you very long to go through it. And then once I get done with this side, I'm going to move directly onto the next side. So do a back stitch, finish it off. Cut this off, and now I move to my other side. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. 5/8 seam allowance, everything's the same. Here's my pieces sewn together. You can see at the shoulder seam here, I have pressed my seams open so they're lying flat. And the next part now is to do edge stitching around this whole outer curve area. Not this part inside, but the whole outside here. So to do edge stitching, you have a few options. If you have a serger, you can just serge the edges here, which gives it a nice clean look. And then basically what you do is after you serge it, you fold it up 1/4 of an inch, and then you stitch along the edge here. If you don't have a serger and you're just using a sewing machine like I am, you can just do a zigzag stitch all along the edge. And then the same thing, you would fold it up 1/4 of an inch and then stitch along the edge here. If you're not using thick fabric like I am, like I'm using fleece, so it's kind of thick, what you can do is fold it up 1/4 of an inch and then go under. So you're turning your fabric under at the top here. And once it's folded under, you just stitch along the edge. So that gives it a nice finished clean look as well. If your fabric's bulky like mine, it's probably not a good idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this to the machine, and I'm gonna zigzag stitch all the way around the edge, and then I'm gonna measure and pin my fabric at 1/4 inch, and then we're gonna go ahead and stitch along the top here. If you're doing a zigzag stitch like I am, you're gonna find the knob on your machine that lists the different stitches and move the knob to the zigzag stitch. So all you're gonna do is put the zigzag stitch as close to the edge here as possible without going over. I'm just gonna stick my needle in, put the foot down, and I'm gonna do a couple of back stitches as well here. And a zigzag stitch, basically what it does, it keeps your ends of your fabric from unraveling or from fraying. So it's a good stitch to do. And because this is curved, you want to take your time going around the curved edges. I usually slow down a little bit. And you're just guiding your fabric. If you find you're getting off the mark, just put your needle down, lift up your foot. Don't ever lift it up without having your needle down to the fabric. And you just kind of pivot it a little bit. And then you put your foot down, and then you continue on. When you get to the part that has your shoulder seams, you're gonna go ahead and do your zigzag stitch right over them, keeping the shoulder seams open. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this whole thing. So here's the shoulder seam that I was talking about. I'm just gonna hold this open, go a little bit slow. If you find that it starts to get bunched up under your foot, just put your needle down, lift the foot, and then lay it underneath. Sometimes that does happen. So mine's starting to get caught in there. So I'm just gonna lift the foot, lay it flat until the needle goes right over it. One side is usually easier than the other side. And then continue on my way. I've completed the zigzag stitch. So now the next step is to measure and fold up 1/4 inch. So I'm just gonna put this up a little bit. I'm gonna measure it to see if it's 1/4 inch. And if it is, I'm gonna stick a pin in it. Sometimes when you start folding up the fabric, it's kind of hard to put it in there. Especially if it's a thin stitch or fold like that. So I'm just gonna continue to do this all the way around where I have my zigzag stitch. So I'm going to start sewing this edge stitch, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my needle down, put my foot down, and I'm going to sew all along this edge here. You don't want to go too close to the edge, probably about where your zigzags are, maybe mid zigzag. So I'm going to do a couple stitches, do a couple back stitches, and then go forward. And I'm just gonna go all the way around. And once you're done with that, then you finished your edge stitching, and then we move on to the next step. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pin my facing to my garment. So this is my jacket I'm working on. Here's the facing, here's the jacket. Right side to right side. So this is the right side of the jacket. This is the right side of my facing. The inner facing is always the wrong side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match at my notches, and go all the way around, match at the notches at the neck and the shoulder seams. Here's another notch, I'm gonna match that and go all the way around. So I'm gonna go ahead, pin this all the way around, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stitch at a 5/8 seam allowance right along this edge here. Doing it at the 5/8 seam allowance. And I'm doing a back stitch, it's just a regular length stitch. and I'm just gonna go all the way around the edge here. So all the way around the sides and inside of the neck. So I've stitched all along this inner edge here. Now the next point, before turning this inside out, I'm gonna trim my seam allowance. So I'm probably gonna make this half as wide as it is now. And I'm gonna go all the way around, including on this side and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna start here so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do the whole thing. And you're going through all your layers. After I finish trimming this, the next part is to clip little notches into the curved areas. So basically what I'm going to be doing, being careful not to hit my stitch marks because I don't want to cause a hole. You just create a little triangle. And it's really hard to do from this angle, but I'm going to try anyways. And this just makes, when you flip your curved areas to the inside, so I flip this inside out, it'll lie a lot flatter, so it'll be a little smoother. So I'm gonna do it on this curve, I'm gonna do it on this curve, and I'm also gonna do it on my neck area where it's also curved. So now my facing is attached to my garment, my jacket that I'm working on here. Here's the facing, here's the garment. So you can see the seam along the side, it is now attached. And I've already flipped it to the inside of the jacket. So if we would open up this jacket like we're doing right now, you would see the nice side of the facing instead of the inner facing on the other side. So the last step now to making sure that your facing is going to stay on the inside is to tack it down at the shoulder seams. We're going to match the shoulder seams of the facing to the shoulder seams of the garment. So we're going to give you a closer look so you can see how this is done. Here's a closer view of the top of my jacket here. This is the facing. Here's the inner facing side. So this is the wrong side. Here's the wrong side of my garment. Here's the shoulder seam here and the shoulder seam here of the facing. So we want to make sure that this facing stays on the inside of the jacket and doesn't keep flipping open like that. So in order to do that, we're going to tack our facing to our garment at the shoulder seams. So we're going to match this by laying it on top and matching the seam lines. Here's the seam line here, here's the seam line here on this one. And I'm just going to pin it down very carefully. And now I'm going to hand sew just this area right here. So now I'm going to start hand sewing. Basically, I'm going to start by going underneath this flap right here of my garment seam and coming straight up. And this is because I have a knot at the end of my thread, and by being underneath this flap here, I kind of hide it away. So I'm going to go up through, grab a piece of this facing here, but I'm going to turn my needle a little bit sideways as I'm going through because I need to just keep moving forward. So I grab a piece of this horizontally, pull it through, then grab a piece of my garment seam again. Again, I'm going to be going sideways, and then up and down, up and down. So I'm going to start that now, going up through my garment seam first to hide that knot. Then I'm going to grab a bit of my facing here, and then now I'm going to grab a bit of my garment seam. And you want to pull, you don't want to pull it too tight, because if you do it too tight, you might actually break your thread there, but you want to keep it at a pretty good level of tightness, because you want to stay down. Sometimes when you're going through these seams, it's really hard to get the needle through. And there, I'm almost done. Just have to do a couple more stitches. And then after this, I'll move on to the next shoulder. And then your facing will be attached to your garment, and you can move on with the rest of your project. Once I get to the end here, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this fabric here. When you're pulling it through, you kind of have this loop that you're forming right here. In order to tie a knot, you just put your needle through that loop and just pull it, and that creates a knot. I'm just going to do it one more time just so I can play it safe. Put my needle through the loop. I'm going to cut this. And now I can take my pin out. And now this has been tacked to the shoulder seam. So now I'm going to move on to the next one. So here's the facing. It is now inside the garment. I've tacked the shoulder seams. These are attached right here to keep the facing on the inside of the garment. And that's how you put in a facing. You can continue finishing on your project from here.
Our book, Professor Pincushin's Beginner Guide to Sewing, Garment Making for Nervous Newbies, is now available to order. Go to professorpincushion.com/books or click on the link in the description to see a list of vendors where you can purchase it.